Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another vlog. It is like 8:45 a.m. I'm gonna go on a walk. I've been doing 1 mile walks lately. I've talked to y'all about me cleaning up my diet as well. Gonna be making like banana bread this morning, not from scratch. I have like the Kodiak banana bread mix. So I'm adding a banana, eggs, some olive oil. Which for a tip I learned from TikTok, if you want to get like good quality olive oil, like only one source and not mixed in with like other things, check where it's originated from on the bottle. And if it has like 5 different countries, just try to look for a different one. It's more expensive, but it's better for you. And I know not everybody can afford it, so just take what you can. Just take the info that you can and just leave the rest. I don't know if I mentioned this already. I think I did. I've been forgetting a lot lately. Like, y'all, my brain has been so foggy. Starting school back up, jobs, internships, all the things. But I've been going on mile walks. So I've been doing 2 mile walks the past couple days. But I did start my period yesterday. Yes, if you watched last week's vlog, after my car got towed and all that stuff, yeah, later that night, to just really kick everything off, I started my cycle. So I'm still gonna go on a 1 mile walk. It's gonna be harder, but I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna spend time with the Lord, the usual. I love my hair. It looks so good. I love the curls, the coils. It's popping. Okay, well, welcome to the vlog, y'all. It's in the trash, but I used a Kodiak brand and like a really, really ripe banana to put it over top. I also added in a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla extract, even though it didn't call for that. I just wanted to push that right on in. And then later, I do still have some yogurt left over, so I might do like a whipped yogurt in like date syrup kind of thing. Or I might put honey over top, it might be better. Also, I did put in some baking powder as well, just to help it rise a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Hello, bookies. I made it back not too long ago. I had time, I wasn't in a rush, so I took the route without toll road, so it took me like 50 minutes to get back instead of like 35. I know it's only a 15-minute difference, but I'm really tired. I'm not cramping as heavy as I normally do. I know for a fact that has everything to do with my diet changing and me being more active, so I'm very grateful for that, but still have some similar symptoms like flatulence, just gas, and then like I still have some cramping, still have some tenderness in my chest, and shortness of breath. I'm always short of breath when I'm on my period. But I'm going to, oh yeah, and I did do the 1 mile walk today, so that was good and I felt better. But I'm gonna show y'all what like a lunch or a dinner usually consists of for me, because just haven't been in the mood to really cook a lot of stuff from scratch. So if I do cook anything from scratch, it's super easy, like pizza with the pizza dough that only needs like whole wheat flour, a little bit of baking powder, and like some yogurt. I like to stick with that type of stuff. But I have been on a pasta kick lately, pizza and pasta, just been making it more health conscious, more like just more whole foods incorporated into it. So I've really been loving the Goodles brand, and I love the Annie's brand. I have some up there, but that's just like the regular one. My favorite, and the reason why I haven't been using these, is because they're not the Super Mac. The Super Mac has like a lot of protein in it. This doesn't have that much. It has 9 grams, which isn't terrible for pasta. And I'm not saying this is worse at all, but I love the Super Mac one. Same thing with Goodles. Goodles is my favorite because I can read all the ingredients, and guys, look at all of those, like the vitamins, the magnesium, all that stuff. So good. So I usually do this with some type of vegetable. So like I love green chilies, but I haven't been able to find any lately. These are my lactate pills, by the way. I don't want y'all to think I just have like drugs or something on the counter. And so now I'm doing spinach because I haven't been able to find green chilies, so I'll heat that up. And then I'll also put in this. It's like chicken sausage, so just like chicken or turkey, and it has green chilies and cheese in it. So I'll dice that up, heat both of those up, have that cooking, and then I'll also put like a little bit of salt and then some of this over it. It really just makes everything so much easier. My fruits for now are kiwis, and then I have like 1 plum cot left, which is like a mix of a plum and an apricot, I guess. And then I do have some peaches back there. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been loving this pumpkin brand for that, and then I love the ice cream for bears. Definitely gonna finish those today probably. So yeah, eating better doesn't have to be hard. You just gotta find the type of things that you like. I've literally been eating these basically for the past couple weeks. It sticks with me. And same thing with me making pizza from scratch. It's just what works for me. Do what works for you. Good morning, y'all. It's 8 a.m. on the dot. I did not just wake up and get in front of this camera that quick. Would not have been possible. Hold on, y'all. I need a pick. Oh, okay. It was blending in. I usually don't use a pick for my hair. I usually just, but I'll try it this morning. Anyways, so I get up 3 hours before I have to arrive somewhere because, you know, when you live in these busy metroplexes, you gotta do what you got. Okay, no. You gotta do what you gotta do. So I always get up 3 hours before. So for example, I have an 11 a.m. class today. My alarm is set for 8 a.m. If I know I have to be somewhere at 2 o'clock, then my alarm will be set for, 11. And I do that because I have things that I like to be done every morning in my morning routine. This is not set in stone, like, till I go home to be with God in glory. But for different seasons in my life, I have different approaches. So like for this one, I am in an apartment, so like I cook my own breakfast. I need time for that. I gotta have time to take a shower. I gotta have time to pick out my outfit, because a lot of times it's not picked out the morning before. It's business casual, so I don't have many options, but still, like, I need time to think about that. I need time to go for my walks. It'll either be a mile walk or a 2 mile walk. It just depends. Better. What else do I need time to do? Oh, I gotta cook breakfast, but I also gotta eat it. So like those things just take a little while. And yes, I could rush and have like more sleep, but people are always up early anyways, and I can always hear them like when the school bus comes, or like when they're taking their kids like to the car and stuff to get ready for the day. So it's like if I'm already tossing and turning in my sleep at that point, just get up. And that's what happened today. I woke up at like around 7:15, which is odd, very odd, especially because I didn't go to sleep till like around 1 o'clock. So that was really weird. But I was like, okay, tried to go back to sleep and I couldn't. So I was like, you know what? I actually am gonna get up. And it's crazy because I knew that because I went to sleep later, like an hour later than I wanted to, I was like, oh goodness, like God, please give me the strength to wake up in the morning. Like I do not want to be groggy. And then I was like, well, that was a decision that I made. I chose to stay up extra. Now, granted, I was like figuring out my outfit for today to make it easier for me when I woke up. But regardless, I still wasn't that prepared. So nice. Pro is like pretty picked out, and it'll flip up a tiny bit more as I go on my walk in the morning, like from a little bit of the humidity, and then when I take a shower. But anyways, that's why I've been up for a while. So I got a jump start on my day, which is great. So that means that for this morning, I won't have to take the toll roads or anything like that. So before my walk, I brush my teeth, just because like usually I don't ever run into anybody, but I don't want to be saying good morning to someone who's also working out and they're like, gosh, your breath is kicking. So I do brush my teeth in the morning. I do drink water before I go on my walks, because I just don't like to carry a lot on me. Like I already have to carry my keys and a taser. I need to stop forgetting about that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah, and then I'll have like some type of fruit, just to kind of get me going. So I'm doing kiwis and a plum cot this morning, just so something's on my stomach, not something like really, really full, but just something to where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not starving as I'm going on this walk. And since I have extra time, I'll be doing a 2 mile walk today. So that's great. And then I'll leave out the house by like 10 so I could get to class on time. That's at 11, but I might have to leave at like 9:45, 9:50, because that toll road route, like the one without toll sometimes can get me there in 35 minutes. The toll road route can sometimes get me there in like 51 minutes to an hour. Like, it's very odd. But anyways, pray that y'all are having a blessed day. I was reading Ecclesiastes 9, and this entire chapter has been talking about death, like the reality of death, but it was just saying that like a wife from God it should be a reward to, like, not it, she should be a reward to a husband. Like, she is part of like your work, like your stewardship as a man, and so enjoy your wife. And it was saying, like, Solomon's saying, like, when you die, you can't work from the grave. When you die, you can't be wise from the grave. Like, you're done. You're in heaven or you're not. And so, I need to work on filler words. I know. I say like a lot. I say a lot. I've stopped at different periods of time, but it has come back because I don't take time. I don't take enough time to slow down and think about what I want to say before I say it. And the or the like comes in as a result. But see, and then when I slow down too much, I kind of lose my train of thought. Enjoy your wife. And then what was the other one that he was saying? Oh, a lot of times as humans we're hit by sudden tragedy. You don't know when stuff is gonna happen. That's why we end up saying, like, I didn't know that was gonna be my last day with him before he passed away. Or we'll be like, I didn't know that was the last time that I was gonna hear her voice. We're hit by sudden tragedy because we don't control things. We're finite beings. And I also was just saying how weird it is that, like, the word is infinite and then at the end is finite instead of finite. I used to think it was finite. Anyways, it'll be kind of chilly. I'm gonna get my taser now so I don't forget. Earbuds, brush my teeth, and I'm gonna head out. I still got on the same lip liner from yesterday because I didn't brush my teeth last night. I didn't feel like it, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. It's not like my dentist is watching this anyways, but yeah. I'm talking too much. Bye, y'all. Next clip. Really like my pre-walk fuel. Ew, I'm cutting off that piece. Walk is still going good, y'all. It's really pretty scenery, which I love. And we're at 0.37. I don't know what the heart rate and stuff is, but yeah. Hey y'all, so I'm gonna show you all the things I use. So I used to use this for my face, but because of how hot it is, I don't need all of that. I really just need an SPF because it has moisturizer already in it. I'm not telling y'all to do what I do. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay. Last night I did my toes and my nails. Okay, sorry y'all. And I do have toe hair as well. It's very normal. I used to shave it because I was insecure about it, and I used to shave my arm hair, but I just got to the point where I stopped caring about certain things. So thank God for him reminding me that I am his daughter and that I don't just need to be looking like a supermodel IG baddie, always waxed and plucked and all the things. I always put this on my nails, have for years. Love it. It gives just like a nice little gloss look, especially since my nails are recovering from the last set I had. Love this. I just use the alcohol and fragrance free kind. I do hate that it has the name Witch Hazel, but it's just good. It's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know how you have primer for makeup? That to me is like a primer for the summertime. So anywhere where you have like extra skin, so like thighs, underneath your butt, armpits, underneath your breasts, all those things, it's just good. And then I dry all of it off, and then I just apply deodorant underneath my arms, but it makes me feel like a little bit fresher throughout the day. You don't have to do it. I honestly saw it as a TikTok trend and I was like, wow, this seems great. But that's why I specifically just get the alcohol and fragrance free one, because I don't want it to mess up anything. A lot of these trends can do more harm than good. I know a lot of people recommend like, oh, you should put like the Ordinary toner underneath your armpits. It has never worked for me personally, and it does have acid and different things like that in it. Not a fan. Really, really love the scent. I love the concentrated smell, so I don't have to keep reapplying. Also went in with some Choco Musk, or I might go in with like a Love Apple. And then I also sprayed my clothes with this Febreze Fabric to Go. And then my girl Let the Good Times Roll. I really want to get Sticky Dates next though, and Turmeric Latte. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Been drinking my Owala. It is currently 9:58. This is how the fit is looking. I'm just going for neutrals today, and then I'll probably throw on my loafers, or I might do my sandals like yesterday. I'm not sure, but this is the day that the Lord has made. Amen. Amen. Oh, and I am having banana bread and cookies and ice cream for breakfast. They're healthier alternatives though, but still. This is what I came. I went in at 1:33, so it took me about 30 minutes. That usually always happens. I love to look around grocery stores. Sometimes it's like my only form of being social. So this is how much I spent, $41. And they actually had sales. So if they didn't have sales, I would have spent like $60. But today was their last day for like a lot of BOGO stuff. And who doesn't want to get buy one, get one at a healthy grocery store? Like, come on now. So carrots, spinach, I got cookie dough, that's usually like $8 or $9. I got black garlic shrimp was on sale because they pre-made it themselves. Same thing with the turkey carnitas. I got 2 ham and cheese kids meal things, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Y'all, they're literally a pack. They have chips, water, applesauce, and like a cookie in it. I'm like, why wouldn't I get that? Like, dude, just make it easier for yourself. And then they do charge for bags. I actually like Sprouts bags though, so I'm not gonna get mad at them for that. And then what else did I get? Oh, the ice cream. I love the ice cream. It's the last day it's on sale, but I can't afford to get more. I wanted to get more so bad, but I cannot afford to get more. So we are sticking with this for now, and I'll have Aunt learn how to make me some ice cream eventually. So yeah, all right. I should be home within the next 30 or so minutes. I'm going to make some lunch, which I just have some leftover Annie's macaroni I had showed y'all. I'm going to put some spinach in it and some proteins like some of the tuna or the turkey meat. And then I'm going to take a nap. And then I have 5 assignments to get done today and some other personal things I want to make sure are done before I have to go to work tomorrow and internship and work. So yeah. Okay, we got a load going. Amen to that. Hello y'all, I am back. It is currently 2% battery remaining. I think it's like bordering 5 o'clock, so that means I have 4 hours to prep for tomorrow, because Wednesday is always my busiest day out of the week. I intern from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then I work and like babysit from like 3:30, well, it's like 3:30ish, to, or like 3:30 to 4 because I have to commute, and then to like 8:30. A lot that has to get done, but I also need to pay back a lot of stuff like that towing and all that stuff. It just caught me when I was already really low, but I'm not gonna make any excuses. I'm gonna keep working to get everything handled. But because of that, I am going to get my outfit out for tomorrow so that I don't have to worry about it now. I just want to make things easier on myself. I really do want to wear the jeans that I got. Like, really want to wear these because we can wear jeans. And then like my loafers, but I don't have any blouses, so I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm also gonna get some homework done because, like I said, I do have 5 assignments today. So those need to get done. And then I feel like I'm probably missing something. Oh, there's some other things on my to-do list I want to get done as well. I was feeling nauseous earlier, so I took some of this and I feel good. Like, I'm actually not tired, which is why I'm up again. So it actually does its job. But let's get this productiveness going. I'm also gonna make some coffee. I have not been as tired as I used to be, and I know for a fact that's because I've been eating better and being more active each day. So when I try to force myself to go to sleep, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today was one of those days where I just don't need a nap, so coffee it is. Good morning. It is 6:04. I'm up. I'm gonna attempt to do a 2-mile run today. Attempt is the word. But I'm ready. 6 o'clock. Today's internship day. I am going in a little bit later to stay a little bit later. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hit over a mile. This is very hard, but I'm gonna keep going all the way back. First time was like 12 something. It'll probably be slower for the second mile. I'm back. I know it looks like super ominous. It's like, girl, why are you in a dark room? I came here, I laid down, I had to turn off the light. I had carrots and some peaches and some water, and then I had salt and honey. Girl, this is spooky. First of all, some of my toes hurt because I don't have the proper shoes. So let's not do that again. But also, I think I'm gonna just stick to mile runs for now. I can do mile runs. But the 2 miles, friend, what? Like, I literally just had to come in and lay down because I could not believe everything that I just did. Glory be to his name. Amen. Amen. We're gonna get my mind, my body, my soul all together. My spirit is right. I'm saved. Hallelujah. But body needs to be right as well. I want to feel great. All the things. Okay. I don't want my kids to be like, oh, our mommy doesn't chase us. She's too big. No, friend. I want to play with y'all. No shade if anybody's mom is big. That's not how I meant to take that. This is like the latter half of my breakfast. Is banana bread I made a little while ago. And this is the third part of my breakfast. Amen. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna head out. It is like 5 something. I know I didn't talk to y'all mostly for all of today, but that's not the point. My dinner is done. I always tell y'all what it is. Some type of vegetable, some type of protein, and then the box macaroni. I love the Goodles, which I always show y'all. And I also use Annie's. That's my last box, and I ran out of milk, so I'm gonna have to go to the store tomorrow. You can throw in shrimp. I've thrown in even tuna to make like a tuna mac and cheese. You can throw in broccoli instead of spinach. There's so many things you could do to really spruce this up. This is just what I like. Didn't film today because I was rushing. I also had to sleep in like extra. Just was a lot going on. Today's the 6th day of my cycle, and so I'm just feeling, I think like the rest of the days I was super energetic. I felt okay even though I was bleeding pretty heavy like normal, but today I was just like, I'm not feeling it. I was feeling very emotional, so getting off social media for a little while. There's too much death. The young woman who was stabbed on the train, Charlie Kirk dying, and then you're having these mass shootings, and then today is 9/11, and God rest the souls who fought for our country. It's too much. It's making me extremely nervous. So I'm gonna up this. I've been talking to Aunt, which has been helping me. Also, Rebecca's gifts that she sent to me for my birthday came in, so I'm gonna unbox those. And then I told y'all the matcha kit that Ruth got me, that is there too. So yeah, I'm just gonna take some time to be a human. Okay, next clip. Good morning, y'all. I am going to work.
That's the order. I know that's chaotic. You probably like, Araya, slow down. I can't.
This is kind of a weird angle, but I'm trying things out. So, happy Saturday. Today is September 13th, my mother's birthday. I'm gonna go back on my mile walks. So I was doing mile walks from August 19th to 2 days ago. So like September 10th, September 11th. Yeah, September 10th. I stopped because I ran 2 miles on that day. And then I was like, okay, like my thighs were in so much pain. And of course, you know, I just went into a 2 mile run. Cannot tell you if I've ever done a 2 mile run before, but I decided why not. I went early in the morning, like the sun wasn't even out, so that was good. But it was disastrous. Of course, I don't have the proper running shoes. Like my clothes felt like they were sticking to my body. They were not loose enough. It was terrible. I did not have a supportive sports bra. I don't think I let like the honey and the salt kind of sit in my system for long enough. And I also don't think I was properly hydrated or using the correct running technique. I found all this out later after I talked to Aunt, and so I figured that was gonna happen. I just wanted to run. Like, when do you ever wake up and just think, instead of extra sleep, I want to go on a run? Like, that's not really normal for me, at least it's not. So I realize sometimes I'm pretty animated, even though it's not. I can kind of hear it in my speech at different times, and I think Rebecca brought it up, but she called it emotes, and I was like, what? Anyways, point being, I had to take a break. Like, no walks, no nothing. I had to take a break. So took my 2 days off. My thighs still hurt. Like, it still hurts to kind of squat or get up or whatever the case is. But I'm gonna go back on this walk. It's like 7 something in the morning. I don't think it's 7:30 yet. Oh, it's 7:50. I don't understand what I've been doing because I haven't even like fluffed out my hair or anything. So I don't understand how that much time passed. But anyways, I was like, man, you know what? I got up this early for what? It was like, it's a Saturday. I'm tired because I'm really tired. And I was like, why the heck would I be up early on a Saturday? And then I was like, Araya, that means the earlier you get up, that means that you'll be able to take a nap throughout the middle of the day. And I was like, ooh, I think I'm gonna get up. But I still needed like momentum. Finally got up, don't know how, thank you, Lord. And when I say momentum, I'm not talking about because my thighs hurt. I just didn't want to get up out of bed. So I got up out of bed, and then I'm going to the closet because I'm like, it looks kind of gloomy outside. So I'm like, let me put on a sweater or something. And I was like, I can't find the sweater that I want. I don't feel like turning on the lights. So I was like, I'm finna sit back in bed. Then what I hear, somebody's dog, one of my neighbors, their dog is, they are not in control of the dog. Just to put it plain and simple, the dog barks at everybody, and now he has that little funnel thing around his neck. And I'm like, oh no, y'all keep him away from people, for real. Cause he barks at like women, children, men, like anything. And I'm like, no, you should not be doing that. Anyways, I know another wash cycle will be coming up soon, but I just really love like how defined my hair is. It's so cute. It's really so cute. Anyways, so I was like, you know what? I don't think it's a coincidence that I got up a little bit before the dog started barking, like on my own will, like out of God waking me up, and not because somebody was stomping or somebody else being loud in the apartment or anything. Just God giving me enough grace to wake up. And then as I'm up and I'm like, nah, I want to go back to sleep, then the dog barks to really wake me up. So I'm like, I'll go for a walk. I do not have a lot of energy at all. I think I'm on like day 7 of my period. I think it's starting to round out though. This period was, they're increasingly getting better, to say the least. Increasingly getting better. Yeah, this one, of course I was cramping like normal. I always get shortness of breath on my periods, always. So that was there. Some diarrhea, that happens too. Not nearly as much as I normally get though. So like that was a new thing. It only happened once. But like everything else was pretty good, and that is insane. Like, yes, there were times where I still kind of had to sit and kind of breathe and kind of like rock because my uterus is literally bleeding out, but it wasn't anything like too crazy, which I'm like, okay, I think I could work with this. I wasn't hunched over, like doubled over the toilet throwing up because of how nauseous I felt. There were some times where I felt a little nauseous, but it was more so just me thinking about eating certain foods. I was like, ew. But nothing too crazy with that. I'd say the only like newer symptom that I'm starting to see that's actually really scary in my opinion is more of an emotion and not like an act itself. I become very hangry, and I don't, even saying that term I feel like takes out the seriousness of how I've been feeling, but I legit, like there were one instance yesterday and the day before, the day before I started to like be like a crab, and I wanted to be secluded. And then I could not figure out, I was like, I need to change the scenery. And I was like, and I want to be by myself. And I was like, I'm unproductive and I'm not getting anything done. And then I ate and I was like, I feel a little bit better, but I'm still hungry. And like, I was mad. I didn't crash out on anybody, but like, I'm in my car just upset. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, are we serious? And then, the next day, which was yesterday, I was so angry, and I was on the road. I had got cut off a couple times too. I was on the road, and I needed breakfast so bad, y'all, so bad. And over this past month, since I've maintained my eating habits and things like that, I have not stepped outside without eating breakfast. But yesterday, I did not eat breakfast at the house. And then I was running other errands and stuff and pushing close to time. I was so angry. And I was like, ooh, this being angry related to the food times and stuff, that's not cool. That is not cool. So there was that. And I really was just craving really dense, like calorie dense foods yesterday. So that was also very interesting. Very interesting. But, yeah, okay. So, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go take this walk. I'm gonna come back and shower. If I don't shower, I'll do a bird bath. And I'm also gonna get back in bed. I'll read my Bible as well. I really had to chill out on social media these past couple of days with 9/11 coming up, and I feel like 9/11 got dimmed because of everything else that happened this week. The young lady who was stabbed on the train, and then the others like were watching. And I'm not saying they were watching like, why wouldn't y'all do something? Because I don't know their thought process in that moment. Because it's very easy to be like, well, if this situation happened to me, I would have done X, Y, and Z. But you don't know unless you're literally thrown into that situation. And so it's just like a viral picture of the white lady who's cowering in a fetal position. And I think she's watching her get stabbed. So you have that situation, which is like, are you serious? And the man who stabbed her was bold enough to do so on public transit. So he just really didn't care. And then Charlie Kirk, he was murdered. I feel like that's like an assassination. I don't know if you could consider it an assassination. Like, I don't know if there has to be, like, if you have to be popular enough to be assassinated, or wealthy enough. I don't know the difference between that and a murder, but I guess assassinations have like political ties. So for now, I'll say assassination. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself later. But seeing him like that, and there are some things that I agree with Charlie Kirk on. I do agree with, certain things that he has said. However, and I do not say however he deserved to be, no, I would never say that. I'm saying however, I think I did unfollow him and a lot of other political people well before he was assassinated. Like Candace Owens, I enjoy certain views from Candace Owens, and I like how direct she is. And I like a lot of people who are direct, because I tend to be more direct with certain things. Excuse me, because my retainers are in. And I know I'm just yapping, but trying to make up for more time in the vlog. But who else? April, I forgot her last name, but she's a black lady, she's Christian, and she's on YouTube. I want to say like April Chapman, something similar. She has like the short like auntie cut from the 90s, and she has like a mole on one of these sides. There's just a couple other people, like Ben Shapiro. I used to love the Daily Wire. What's the other one with the Matt Walsh? His was one of the first ever political events I had went to. I enjoy certain views from them, but it's very dangerous to put your political party over Christ. There's a video that you all can watch if you made it this far in the vlog from Smart Christian's channel with Corey Minor, and the title of the video for Charlie Kirk says he didn't deserve to die, but ... and it's not him agreeing like he didn't deserve to die, but he said this. It's him saying, like, from a Christian standpoint, not even from worldly people and them arguing, from a Christian standpoint, why would we ever rejoice just because we disagree with our neighbor? Because Charlie Kirk on the outside did profess Christ. Now, are we gonna know if that was an act or not? No, we don't know that. We don't know if he was pandering just to keep a Christian audience because he thought they would be more loyal to like the right. We don't know that, but it seems like he went through a lot of trouble to answer and explain all his Christian questions and different things like that. But ultimately, like I said, I don't agree with everything that he said or the manner in which he would say things. He did not need to die, though. And I'm not talking about from a sin perspective, because we all deserve to die. I'm saying if someone can get killed based on their opinion, I don't think that's a good turn for our country, is what I'm saying. And then for the young lady sat on the train, I want to know more about each situation, but with how uncensored social media is under the guise of free speech, I can't look at it. Like Facebook, especially X, I don't even get on X anymore. There's too much there. It's so uncensored. Pictures and videos of these people getting stabbed are going around, and shot are going around. I understand that we have free speech and that we don't want the government to control things, but for everything to be so desensitized to us, I do not think that's healthy. And the children, I know there's children who have seen those videos, and that's even more disturbing. I was so disturbed when I heard about those two cases. Like, deeply disturbed. Deeply disturbed. And also on another side note, y'all know for a while I've created content. Well, I talk about it, but like I would always delete it and stuff. Like tried to upload my first video when I was 9 and that didn't work out. And then I tried to come back again when I was like 14, 15. Oh no, when I was like 12 or 13, I really thought that I was gonna become like a famous TikTok star and my name was gonna be Trap Brat. Like I'm a brat and cute and trap because Trap House, like I really thought I was gonna be her. And I was thinking about like the different kind of poses and song audios that I was gonna do, and it's like, girl, are you serious right now? And I even know, like, I literally knew like that upcoming year I'm gonna change my whole persona. And it's like, girl. And I think it was TRAP.BRATT_. Are we serious? Anyways. Because I know I'm for real talking now, making up for that lost footage and this weird angle. But I just realized I always wonder, like, why don't I have more views and what I'm saying is doctrinally sound and all these things. Then I realized I don't need more views. Like, if I was supposed to have more people to steward online, I would have them by now, and I don't. And I realize it's a good thing, because what we see more and more is people with social media platforms, Christian especially, they get exalted on social media, but that their fear of men also increases. This just happened with Kev on stage, and it always happens with people, even pastors, which is so scary. But they'll ask them a question about doctrine and then they'll freeze up. I'm like, dang, if that was me and I want to appeal to men because it's innate in me to want to do so, yeah, I would probably, I would probably have an inclination to lie as well. Like if I just cared about what men thought and what the world thinks, I would lie. It takes a lot of boldness and courageousness to, I realize either could have been right, boldness and courageousness, to profess your love for Jesus Christ, including the more controversial elements of the Bible on public platforms, knowing that you're subject to scrutiny. And with how people are with canceling and doxing, hello, even scarier. So I get it. Our faith was contingent upon, in the New Testament, people becoming martyrs for the sake of Christ. And so that by no means compares to us having to profess our love for Christ on social media and even answering the hard questions of people disliking us. It does not. But it's like our standard of martyrdom today. So it's very interesting. But I've talked enough. I've been really craving crumble, and I have a free cookie from them, but I don't want to overdo it. Like going back to like eating the sugars and all that stuff, it's scary to me. That is very scary to me. But I might no, I'm gonna look at the lineup and kind of see what they have. But I know for a fact I don't need to be eating no crumble cookie. I had some yesterday, like little pieces, nothing crazy. But I just been craving carbs and like foods and all that stuff. And this is about balance, and I have wanted a crumble cookie bad. So look at the lineup. If something jumps out to me, I'll probably get it, and we'll go from there. Yo, I'm sorry, guys. It's not cool at all, because by the time y'all see this, a vlog a couple weeks ago, nobody's really gonna notice. Probably Aunt. Oh well. And our group chat, because in the siblings group chat, because I sent it to them, but I farted on accident as I was trying to close out the vlog. Anyways, and this time leaving out on a burp. I hope I don't throw up next time. Anyways, I don't know why I started rocking. I think I'm getting that adrenaline for that crumble cookie. Because all that sugar. Anyways, so, like I said, shout out to Bay for the Owala. Because my Stanley is gone. It's gone. And this also kind of matches my Bible. And like I said, y'all, I'm gonna have to get a new Bible soon again. Just the NLT version is just, I think it's too relaxed for me. And I'm like, I actually need to check some key scriptures to see if it changes the language around it. Like, are you gonna be fluttery with certain words and not actually say what they mean? Wow, Rosa Parks is in here. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Like, it has like little it has like little devotionals about like women and like just women's stories. That's another thing too that I didn't think to look into. There are women in here who could be heretical, but they have like a devotional page in the Bible. So child, I'm getting off track. Anyways, I'm trying to find this verse. I think I'm trying to go to 1 Corinthians, yes, but there's so many different pages in here, it's hard. Okay. Ooh, 1 Corinthians 15 is, dang. Wait, what? I can't find it. Anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the vlog. Do I have anything else to say? Not really. The next thing I'm really looking forward to is, well, I paid off my credit card debt yesterday. I say debt even though it'll never be more than $200 a month, and that's max. It should never get that high. It is still debt to me, and I don't think it's funny how some people like kind of worship debt and don't understand that your credit score dropping is not funny. I care about my credit score. So paid that off, which I'm glad that I did. I have been behind essentially because I've started like paying for my own groceries and making that switch to everything being independent. And I'm not saying it as a bragging right. I understand that I'm 20. I'm an adult. I get that. But I'm saying I've always been like in the pre-stages of being independent since I was a young teen. But it became full-fledged recently. And also at the same time where I decided to prioritize whole foods, which sometimes can be more expensive, but I think greed is more expensive than anything. So I know people are like, well, it costs more to eat healthy. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we can't do it. Because even when I think about it, even on my last couple of dollars, I wasn't just gonna be eating ramen noodles. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still was gonna eat out for fast food or something like that, and I'm spending $10 to $15 per every meal. Okay, what about the other 2 meals I'm supposed to be eating a day? We're not even talking about the calorie counts for that stuff. But so when I think about it like that, I'm like, I get people saying it costs more, but if you're doing too much, then yes, it costs more. Like, if you the type that you can't just eat baked chicken and a sweet potato and I don't know, and some mashed potato. Well, no, you already have sweet potato. You can't just eat baked potato, broccoli, sweet potato, and maybe like some bread on the side or something, or like a wheat roll. You the type that gotta add the cream sauce, and you gotta add the roasted red bell peppers in it, and you just can't have water for dinner. You gotta have rosé. Yeah, it's gonna start to cost more, but just learn how to shop around. Search for weekly deals at your grocery stores. Like, that is a thing. Like, almost all grocery store websites will tell you when they're having sales for that week. So just optimize them for fruits and vegetables. It'll be better tasting if you bought them in when they're in season. But there's just some things that I have learned. And yeah, I've been craving crumble cookies. So I think I'm gonna get a crumble cookie today. especially since it's free 99. But okay. Love y'all. See y'all in the next video. What's the theme of this week? There's a couple. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should. So I learned that, like, with my credit card, like, I had the credit to spend, but that doesn't mean that I needed to. Second thing was a job. There was another job I was going to be able to take, and ultimately I was like, because I could take it, but imagine if I didn't have enough energy for that day or those 2 days and I'd be babysitting. I don't ever want that to reflect on the kids that I'm watching. So I was like, that's not good, and I need rest, and my coursework is only going to get harder from here. And then I think that was that for that one. Yeah. I think that was it. Okay.